course, one of the things I like is the full flow of the fenders, and you'll notice that we cover the tires, and as the wheels are spinning, the art director that did all the airbrushing, he's got the waves coming out of the wheels, spinning, going down to the side and down the side of the car and up through the back to give you a kind of a sculpture of what a shark will do when he's coming through the water. The white pearl as a base, and then the two tones of the blues, and the transformation of the different colors of blues are just unbelievable.
We really didn't have a color of a design on the paint. We were going to do blue, we were going to do white, we were going to do blue on the bottom, and George wanted to have some white waves. So Jerry sat down with myself and we decided to do the white pearl, and we needed to put some water on the car. Do some kind of like ocean waves, whatever, that kind of effect. We got a phone number for a gentleman in New Jersey. His name is Jonathan Pantaleone. In my opinion, he's probably one of the best airbrush artists I've ever seen before. Predominantly, he does motorcycles. Okay. Well, we got a hold of him after a couple visits. He came down to the shop, spent an evening with some ideas, and this is what we have. We put the water effect on the front, fading back a little bit and fading to the rear, and it's a phenomenal job. When we talked to George about doing the water and the waves, George, in his infamous ways, decided to go to the store and pick up 4 or 5 surfer magazines. Picked the magazines up and sent it to us, and we put them on the car, and he goes, I want to have these waves, and gave it to Jonathan, and voila, this is what we have. We didn't want to carry it all the way in the back, we want to make it very subtle in the back. We also wanted to give a little more feeling and a little movement to the back. Like we said, this car sits very low. I think on the ground it sits about 4 inches. What we did was we took the Borley exhaust system, which is all stainless steel, and we have them pipes coming right through the body itself. Under the hood we have a 350 Corvette motor with aluminum heads on it, which is provided by Racing Machine Services out of Clifton, New Jersey. Other components are, we have a PowerMaster alternator, we have a PowerMaster starter on the car. MB Brakes provided us the provided us the power booster. Edelbrock air cleaner, Edelbrock carburetor, Mr. Gasket cool blue filter.
That was Al Lieberman's idea. Well, when you see that, you just say gearhead. You know, gearheads love to see things like that. So.
It makes a big difference. The air cleaner on a couple of my cars, I have big air cleaners. When people see it, they think you have a massive, big motor in here. And we had a little one on here, it was probably about maybe 2 inches tall or something. And we found the cool blue, put a big one on, and it makes a big difference. And it matches the car perfectly. Transmission on this car was provided by All Star Transmission out of Malden, New Jersey. As we got into the motor compartment, we decided we were going to put headers on the vehicle, but we couldn't get headers to fit. So we managed to get ourselves some stock Chevy exhaust manifolds, and they were in pretty bad shape when we got them. Well, again, our good friends at Airborne Coating, we decided to send it out to them, and they put a custom ceramic coating on it, and I got to tell you, looks like gold. Motor fits pretty tight. We made a few modifications into it to get the radiator to fit. The radiator was custom made by PRC Radiator. What's really unique, and I feel it is a big eyepiece to the car, is the swing arm itself to hold the hood open. That's a custom made piece by Smart Parts out of Canada. We have one on here now, but eventually we're probably going to put one on the other side because of the weight of the hood itself. We have an estimated weight on this hood of probably 150 pounds. And the reason why this hood is so heavy, all these bars itself were all stainless steel, and then we sent them out and we got them chromed. So it's kind of unique about it.
Jerry and I fabricated some special brackets for the alternator because nothing was available for the position that we wanted to put it in. So we fabricated the bracket and had it chromed. If you can see down there, you see those brake lines? Those brake lines are bent, and you can't buy the lines. You have to make them all up yourself and have them chromed. So that's what we did. Another special feature about this car is because of the location of the rack and pinion, which is down below, we had to fabricate the steering to go through the frame via a pipe. The pipe is welded through the frame, and it makes a couple twists and turns up to the column. Okay. Well, we had to do what we had to do to make it work. Al, why don't you tell these guys what's running through the veins of this bad boy?
Okay. Well, we decided to go to Lucas Oil. I have friends at Lucas Oil, and they're providing the total lubrication on this for the oil and also for the transmission fluid. The fuel is provided by Sunoco. We decided to go to close to a 98% octane, which was a racing gasoline. So this thing will have a little bit thunder, it will have a little bit rock, and it will make a little noise.
What are you rolling on?
Well, I got to tell you, as you know, when you're building a custom car, street rod, hot rod, or any kind of restoration, you got to think about how it's going to look wheels and tires. Well, some of our previous cars, we decided to go with anything from 18s to 20s to 22-inch wheels. Well, we decided we didn't want to go too radical, but we wanted to not take away from the car itself. These wheels were provided by one of our marketing partners, American Racing. We spent some time going through the catalog, myself and George and Jerry, figuring out what we needed and what we needed for a look. We went with a model called the Hoopster. It's a very common tire in the street rodding and hot rodding industry, and it has a very good look to it. What's nice about it, it's easy to maintain. It has a chrome center. As you notice, when you look behind the wheel, we have disc plates, and those were Transdap stainless steel disc plates just to hide a lot of the nuts, the bolts, odds and ends on the braking system. We have BF Goodrich tires on here, very low profile. It looks good on cruising down a highway. It looks good at shows. Easy to maintain, easy to keep clean.
So let's go take a look a little bit of the inside. Come around this side over here and he'll show you how these suicide doors work. As you'll notice, when Jerry opens the door, it doesn't open normally. It comes from the front to opens to the rear. That is so you can get easy entrance and exit into the thing. And notice the emblems that say Shark into the door, embezzled in the door, also into the seats. And then the dual cowl that's floating in the back that separates the rear seats from the front seat. All street legal. And take a look at the dash. With the monitors and all of the dial instrumentation. Another thing that kind of really interests me that you don't see on too many custom creations, beautiful windshield wipers. All handmade and chromed and V windshields. So that's what makes a fine, beautiful looking piece of art, the workmanship of a craftsman. So again, Jerry.
Thank you, George.
Big Al.
Zeus.
Where's old Zeus? Get over here, Zeus. And Flicker, don't forget Flicker. Okay, guys, hands in the middle.